move like I need a new hobby. Fuck a 9 to 5.
Word. Well, yo, let's get into this shit. Like, yo, I really want to tap in on this shit. So, when you break up with a bitch, right? Like, and sorry, ladies, like sorry, saying bitch. You break up with a woman, right? And
if I break up with her, she's a bitch.
right? Like, yo.
No, I'm just playing.
Yo,
I'm just playing. I got exes I'm cool with.
Nah, niggas don't hold grudges though. Like, you shouldn't hold a grudge. Like, let it go. Let it go and move on with your life, man.
No, excuse me.
Nah, but real shit. When you break up with somebody, how do you feel when they got a new person? Like, and women, how you feel, you know, with niggas, y'all put it down below.
It depends if you downgrade. If you like level up, if you deal with somebody that I feel like has a better job or more money or some shit, and it's like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I'ma feel dope either way, because if she levels up, then I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, it took me for her to get to that nigga. Right. You see what I'm saying? She had to realize how to value a man to get to the man. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But if she don't level up, and if she, you know what I mean, downgrade and shit, I'll be like, oh, that bitch could find me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm that standard. You feel me?
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna be happy either way.
I think from a male perspective, kind of, it's more like an ego thing. Cause you had her, you already had your way with her. Like we look at it like this. Like, I'm gonna try to make this simple. If I smashed you, I always see you as, I already did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's, you know, I'm on to something new. If another nigga got you, like, that nigga he fucking with my old shit. Like, that nigga, you know, that nigga corny.
So, so you've never been jealous of a female that you already had?
Here's why I'm not, I haven't been. Would I? I don't know, because I like, you know.
So let me ask you, if your most recent ex was in a relationship happily, you wouldn't feel no type of way, you don't think?
See, that's why I was answering the last question. I haven't really had another woman that made me feel the way that my last ex did, right? Because I didn't really have no exes. Like, I was with the same chick for a minute. So whether it was good or it was bad, it was long. You know what I mean? We was together for a minute, you know. And I guess a hit to her would be like, so none of the time we had together meant nothing. If I said anything fucked up, I probably was just in my feelings, but I'd be lying if I said all that 15 years sucked. Like, it didn't. You know what I mean? Like, we had some good times. You know what I mean? That's why I don't say nothing dirty about her. Feel me? Cause I know some niggas be hanging their baby moms out, like, you know what I mean, like, with they niggas. They don't do it like publicly, like, you know, everybody don't see it, but some niggas be in they shit because they put them through a lot of shit, and then they not with them now. Like, after you put me through all this, now you not with me. Damn, bitch. Like, you know, we been through worse. But
so you would feel away.
In a nutshell,
for her.
I think I would feel away if the nigga was better than me, like you said. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't think nobody better.
I'm just saying, like,
but it's like, in a sense, like, if they're more established financially, or you know, they with they shit, they focused on what they doing or whatever. Because my mind is on everywhere. Like,
so you wouldn't be happy for her, is what I'm saying.
I didn't say that. I just answered in terms of would I be jealous? You know what I mean? Like, being happy for somebody, you could still be jealous, and you know, it's kind of contradicts, because it's our feelings as humans. Them shits can vary. You know what I mean? Like, you could feel multiple ways in one moment. True? You know what I mean? Like, that shit deep. Cause you gotta have emotional intelligence. Like on some other
how
shit.
You really feel about that person. Like,
on some other shit,
if you don't want them to prosper.
Nah, but see, it don't come into that. It don't come into that because you gotta understand it. You gotta understand the type of person.
I know there's some exes out there that don't wish me well.
You gotta understand.
And that's okay too.
You gotta understand the making of the individual that you ask that question to.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like you ask me. Like we on this podcast, you already know. You already know how I get. You know what I'm about. You know what I mean? I'm business and I'm fucking laser fucking driven. It ain't too many niggas like me, man. It's not. I don't know too many niggas like me. But I honestly say this, that I 100% anybody that I care about, I wish you the moon and back. Whatever the fuck you do, I hope you succeed with that shit. You able to accomplish whatever you need to accomplish. I don't wish any misfortune about anybody or anybody. I don't got time to worry about you. You know what I mean? Now I think about her being well, which would denounce all of that shit, because if I think about her being well, I want her to be with a nigga that's better than me. You know what I mean? I don't want her to be with a nigga that's like me. Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? If I was a terrible nigga when we was together, I'm saying like me at the time. What wasn't, you know? But if you still with a nigga that's just like me, then you ain't learned shit. You know what I mean? So.
But you wouldn't be jealous.
No, man. Listen.
So
those are two different things.
You would only be
jealousy.
Jealous.
Listen,
you
jealousy.
Would only be jealous if
you could be jealous.
You
could be jealous. See, jealous is a malicious term. So it really takes away from the whatever you say good after some shit that you say bad. It don't fucking matter, because like I'm jealous because I really care about that person. Like a friend could be jealous if you got another friend. Like this is not no gay shit or whatever. But sometimes dudes is like that. Dudes be on some shit if you really got best friends or you.
But that's not healthy though.
But hold on, let me land that plane. What I'm saying is, dudes can do that, and I'm saying like you can't tell a person how to feel. I like, even though I know what I would think from a clinical angle, how you think somebody should behave and what's not healthy, what's not good, whatever. But you can't tell a person how to feel. Especially what they've been. No. I know you're not telling me, but listen. But I know. But I'm saying, like, in a sense, for the people watching, a person may be jealous, right? And that's and that can be, cause love is just something that we made. It's a word that we made up to describe something.
Yeah, love ain't loyalty.
Love is whatever you want it to be. But I tell you this, from what it is, it's just some way that we describe what the fuck we don't know how to describe. You are going through some type of fucking shit and you're gonna say it's fucking love. Or that's tough love. Or that's just love. Or that's hard love. Or that's unconditional love. Or that's conditional love. Or that's da-da-da-da-da. It's all these different adjectives. But what I'm trying to tell you is, when you talk about what somebody feels for somebody, it's another word that we said earlier. It's unfathomable. You can't tell somebody else that they don't love that person or they don't care about that person because they react a certain way, because love will make you do crazy shit. You know what I mean? It conflicts with our minds subconsciously, and we don't even think that that's what it is. We can't describe it, so we just say it's this. You know what I mean? I got diabetes, but I love sweets. You're killing yourself just to get another bite. Instead of fucking be like, yo, I'm not gonna have this tonight. I'm just gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna do what the doctor told me to do. No, now you lose a finger. Now you lose your hand. Now you lose your arm. Now you lose a leg. You feel me? You have to decide when you're gonna say enough is enough for you as a person. Now, when you care about something, you'll do anything you can for whatever you care about, or to have it, to make sure it's good, whatever that could be. It could be tangible, intangible. It could be a person. It could be a thing, whatever, a place. But you're going to do whatever you have to do to maintain that thing that you care about. Now, once you lose that thing that you care about, it's gone. When we talk about people, when you lose it, it's gone. Maybe in spirit, maybe it's not there, but it's still with you because you still care about it. And if you know that it still exists, it's going to bother you. And when you see it and it's just another reminder, like, damn, I got to see this shit in person. You know what I mean? Does that make you a bad person because you wish you could be where that person is? You wish you could be on that Ferris wheel with that person?
It makes you an envious person.
No, it doesn't. I don't think so. I disagree. Agree to disagree. You're welcome to that. Because the only reason I say that is because you can have a feeling of anything, but when you act on it, when you have
acting on it because you're envious. That's acting on it.
To me, acting is an action.
Your
action is
your action.
This is an action. I grab
envious.
this hoodie. That's an action, right? If I say I'm envious, I have to do something. I have to do something physical, right? As an example of that.
Being envious
I can't do anything physical as an example
being
of that.
Envious.
If I'm able to control myself, if I'm able to control myself enough because I care about that person enough to not hurt them.
Why being envious
And some people
is an action. Let me give you an example.
You can be envious and still not act on it. Go ahead.
This is an action.
Because everybody's racist.
Let me tell you.
Everybody's racist.
But that's not an action.
No.
That's not an action.
Racism is an action.
Alright, see, so how is racism an action, but envy?
Because it's an act of race. Act of racial discrimination.
So it's not an act of envious thoughts or
you can have a thought, but you don't have to act on it.
But it is an act because you're choosing to be envious.
A thought is not a verb, bro. A thought is not a verb.
A thought is
thinking is a verb.
You're right.
But a thought is not a verb. A thought is a noun.
But envy is an action. That's a noun. You could be envious. That's a verb.
Being envious is a verb.
Yeah.
Envy is a noun.
Itself. Yeah.
Envy is a noun.
Exactly.
So you don't have to be envious.
But
you can
envious,
you can think about whatever you want. Nobody. That's the security. But that's the security that we have. The security that we have. We're safe in our thoughts. So you have to still be able to separate the two. That's what's being an outside of the box thinker, having an open mind. Because you know you're not supposed to do this. What stops us from going out and killing a person? You might not like what that person do. You might want to go punch them in their fucking face, but you know the repercussions of that, and that's what's stopping you from doing it. See, when you care about a person, you're gonna stop because the only repercussions of that person is that person not liking you. If you don't give a fuck, I don't care if you don't like me.
There's a lot.
I'm gonna do what I fucking want because you don't like me. You know what? Fuck you. You know what I mean? You don't like me.
You know what makes envy bad?
I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's good.
You know what makes it?
But sometimes.
Hold on. You know what makes it a 7 deadly sin? It's the fact that it's against somebody else.
You mix it with.
Hold on, let me just tell you the bare root. Let me just tell you the bare root.
All right.
It's the reason why it's so bad. Like the reason why being envious is so bad is because it's one energy not liking what another energy is doing. Okay. The other energy had nothing to do with how the other energy thoughts or anything. This is the reason why the devil is looked upon as so bad because he was envious of us. He was like, yo, these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Like, are getting treated like we're not better than them. This is crazy. Like, we have all these powers. We could do all of these things. That's why it's so bad. That's why envy is the act of being like that is so bad. Because it's like, yo, it spawned everything on why the world is the way it is. You see what I'm saying?
We control what we do, but we can't control our emotions. And envy.
I don't agree with that. We can definitely control our emotions. Some people can't control.
What I mean by that, and again, emotion is a noun, and that's a feeling. So what I'm saying is controlling what we feel inside is the emotion. We can't control that. When somebody that we love passes away, we can't control that we're hurt. It hurts inside.
We can control how
we can be, and that's our behavior, right? But what we feel inside, it's gonna happen. But we have to have more of an understanding that we have to behave a certain way. according to society's standards, right? It's the way for all of us to live here and cohabitate. We don't want to act in a certain type of way because we know that it's wrong. We know that we shouldn't do it. So me feeling a certain way about somebody that I care about is not wrong, but me behaving a certain way is me not understanding that, okay, I can't control this person. This person can think, feel, behave how they want. I have no control over that. You have to understand that. As people, we like to get people to think. That's the problem, right? We like to get people to think the way we think, and we're not going to be able to do that. We can have them be on the same page or have like-mindedness, but never same-mindedness. Why is that? Because you can't think the same because we all have different thoughts at different times. Like I could be talking about one thing and somebody could be thinking about a whole other thing right now, regardless of what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is me actively voicing my thought, right? But that person may be thinking about skateboarding. That person may be thinking about fucking this bitch they fuck.
Influence is necessary though, bro.
Influence helps.
Influence not even just helps, but it's necessary to influence the world to do better things that they would normally do. If you don't have like a voice that says, okay, listen, it has to be like this way, then you're gonna be voiceless because you're not gonna stand out in the people that say, you know what,
but
I need for people to understand my narrative before I go.
Another person influence the person that influenced the person that influenced you.
Exactly.
To think.
To feel that way in particular.
And influence others.
But,
right?
But what you're saying is
so
like,
how is
you can't influence somebody if you don't say, you know what, even though a lot of people think this way, I'm still going to say how I think, so
right.
It's going to inspire the people that think that way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That shit is
as long
important.
as there's
than not saying how you feel because
as long as there's a positive narrative.
Yeah,
I don't care what the fuck people. I don't care what the fuck a person teaching anybody. But as long as there's
not even teaching, just having
progression,
your narrative of
progression
of
and a
being
positive
passionate,
narrative,
being passionate
important.
about what you feel and how you feel. You know what I mean? And expressing yourself. That shit is important, bro.
Right.
Like, cause motherfuckers don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't know. But they're like, okay, it's better to think like how everybody thinks, cause I won't get in trouble.
Right. Yeah. That's what people do. That's survival. That's the survival instinct.
And I'm not telling people what to think, but I do want to influence people to think.
People are gonna do what works for them.
Exactly. True.
I had a discussion the other day. We was talking about, not to go too far off topic, but we was talking about people who identify that they gotta work hard to achieve great success, and some people don't want to work that hard or whatever. And they're just happy with what they're getting because they're getting enough to take care of their means or whatever. They don't think of a bigger picture.
It's statistics, then. Like how many people worked hard to get to their success.
There's numbers.
Didn't work hard to get their
success. But the argument.
What's the majority? What's the minority?
The argument was defined by what you consider success.
Exactly.
And that shit changed the whole fucking shit to some other shit. But
like if it's
at the actual shit was crazy because what we said was you can't really live off of $50,000. Well, you're alive. How much money do you make? That's the question that I asked the person, and then they like, what do you mean? That's the problem. Yeah. It's like yo, like you can't even understand that question like that. Like
I don't think
that enough.
It's not even that they don't understand it. It's
they
that,
if you say that
because they don't want to communicate in the regular shit. They don't want to talk numbers.
Ignorance is bliss.
That's what I'm saying.
Ignorance is
bliss. Like if you're talking to somebody who don't want to talk numbers, but they want to say how old the earth is.
How the fuck do we find shit out? We have to quantify shit. Yo, I don't understand people.
We have to.
I don't understand it. Listen, this is what bothers me. This is why. And not to go too far off this. We talking about exes. we talking about exes, but
now we talking about child support. We could segue in that shit.
But nah. I want to say this. Because my boy told me before. He told me like, yo, make a YouTube and do this. Talk about this and yo. But I'm like, yo, I ain't learned enough about that shit to be out there telling niggas about that. He's like, nigga, you know enough. You know enough to make money and shit. So why the fuck you don't just tell niggas? I'm like, niggas ain't gonna listen. So what's the fucking point of doing that shit? If I got this shit for them for free, I don't need to do nothing to make no money over it. He's like, nigga, fuck it, man. It's all about money. I'm like, it's not. But then like that whole shit, it just makes me feel negative. So I just want to kick it to people for free. But people don't give a fuck about the message. They like to see the outcome. So if they could see it, then they'll be like, oh shit, I want that. You gotta see the shiny shit before you want it. Like you don't wanna just.
That's why this is important, because it's gonna be a reference point. People are gonna come back to this after something that we're gonna do is successful, right? It's not gonna be this. It's gonna be something else. I guarantee you. And it's gonna be something else is gonna be successful, and they're gonna come back to this and be like, oh damn, it was like this. But we're already gonna be totally different because we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, yo, they're gonna have to catch up any way you look at that shit. You see what I'm saying? So we might as well just kick it with them now and let them know what we was on now. So then when they go back, they could be like, oh, these niggas was ahead of their shit.
Right, yeah.
Fuck it.
But yeah, like shit. I feel like people just don't want to. They don't want shit without seeing that shit first. It means that they have no imagination. We've lost that. So those great minds like Einstein was a person with a vivid imagination. Like Nikola Tesla was a person with a vivid imagination. Like people that think crazy shit, you know, it's crazy, but why are they thinking that? Why they not thinking that? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you be like, yo, these motherfuckers are crazy. Like, but it'd be so different that we just don't understand it. We never looked at it the way that they look at this shit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. Like,
yeah.
Crazy.
So, you know, we cut them off and we be like, ah, man, I don't want to be around that person and shit. But, you know, give them their time and you'll come around one way or another. But, shit, I don't, but that's why I said, I don't think if you're jealous, because if that's the only way to define it, like, you're not really jealous of them, because I guess I wouldn't say I'm jealous then. I guess the answer would be no, because I'm happy for them if they're happy, you know what I mean? But do I wish I was there if they're happy and shit like that? I wish I could share that joy and, you know, I remember all the good times. Yes, I do. I'm never gonna forget that.
There's a difference between missing
somebody. But let me end that. But let me hit that point because I was going in a tangent with that. With I could still miss what I had and reminisce about those good times, but I have to move on and accept it for what it is. And so me moving on and accepting it for what it is me saying I don't think I'm jealous because I'm moving on, I'm doing my thing. But do you still feel? Yes, of course. If you don't
feel what?
Love. Or whatever the fuck it was that you had with that person.
So it's not envious.
No. Well, why would it be envious?
So why are we talking about feelings if all I said was I feel like envy is an act of I don't wish good.
I mean, I don't think all I can chalk that up to is if you wish you was there or whatever, that falls into being selfish, you know what I mean, some shit like that. But you're allowing yourself to be like, yo, I'm not gonna be selfish, I'm moving on, like, you know what I mean? But you're forcing yourself to do it because you know it's what's best for them. That's caring for a person. You know what I mean? If you don't have that feeling for a person that you've been with, it's different. if you really cared about the person, like sometimes you could tell, like if you're not with the person that you always wanted to be with, then it's different. I was with somebody for 15 years. Like I can't stress that enough. I'm not that young now, nigga, but I'm not that old. Like you feel me? So that's a long time to have been with the same person. You know what I mean? And not be married and not live with them and shit like that. It was a different type of feeling, yo. I can't explain it. You know what I mean? We didn't have a kid or none of that shit together. Like, but we was there. Like it was passionate. It was new experiences. It was good shit. Like it was good shit going on. Like
I think missing your spot isn't envious, but I think what you're saying, like yo, fuck that nigga.
It's not really fuck. That's the anger.
Any resentment towards him is envy.
Yeah, but it's natural though. It's so natural. Like
I understand. It is natural. It's supposed to be suppressed like anger. It's like if you're in court, you know you can't just stand up and push the judge.
And that's what I'm saying.
You have to have
but you
authority.
Do that. But that's what I'm saying. That's control. That's the control that you have. That's what I'm saying. That's still the control. I'm not gonna listen. When I listen, I'm not afraid to tell my story. I went to therapy, all that shit. Feel me?
Okay,
I've been through some shit. Feel me? So I never been afraid to tell people like the person that I am is me controlling myself. Like nigga, I like to fight. I like to fuck niggas up. I like to fucking argue. Would
you fight her man for her? Let's say she called. Let me give you some control. Let's say she called you up, right? You've been drinking a little bit. You smoking just like right now. Let's say right now. Right?
Shit, this nigga.
She said she hit you up. She's crying. She's like, yo, this dude just fucking hit me. She's like he hit her, left her stranded, right? And she's like, yo, I miss you. Come get me, please. You know what I mean? If you get me, you know what I mean? I promise that we could like think about getting back together and all this shit. Like just hit you with it like that. What do you say? How do you react?
Man, this sound like this
honest
really
answer too.
Nah, I gotta be honest. Like that sound like some simp shit. Like honestly, I'm a realist, bro. At the end of the day, like cause when I say shit, like even when I tell you stories, tell you my stories, you still don't believe that I'm who I say I am.
Okay, this is what I'm
answering your question truthfully.
This is the same person.
I'm answering your question truthfully.
Gonna be envious.
Answering your question truthfully.
So I just want to know, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna tell them?
I'm in control of my situations.
Is what you gonna tell them?
No, I'm answering.
I'm in control of my situation.
I'm answering you.
My bad.
I'm answering you. Like on some real shit. Like I'm trying to explain my answer. Like you be wanting me to just give you a yes or no. Like I'm not, bro. You know I'm not gonna do that. I'm not like that, bro.
No, my nigga.
Listen.
I just want you to exactly.
Alright.
Tell me what you.
Cause I can't let my shit get taken out of context. Cause you be Twizzler pulling my motherfucking shit, bro. You really be getting little strands of my shit, bro. You be like, so you say? I be like, nigga, let me know, nigga. Let me live, bro. Like I'm different, cuz. Like yo, don't do that to me, yo. Not on YouTube, not on the tubing, not on the tubing, Tim, bro. Nah, but real shit. Like, she come to me on some damsel in distress type, right? Now what state am I in? Am I me right now?
Right here, bro. She's
right now. Single me.
Single you right now, bro.
Alright, I'm single. Why you coming to me? I'm single. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is she a slay or she what?
She's saying she just got punched in the face by some dude, and
He punched her in the face.
He punched her in the face. She has a black eye.
Why the fuck she got damn?
She she got want. Let's say.
Damn, nigga, you hear this? Damn, nigga, what the fuck?
Let's say the excuse is they had an argument. You see what I'm saying? And he snapped and swung on her.
Come on, man. This the ex.
You know what I'm saying? And he's not there.
Okay.
But she is like, yo, I don't want to be
She's
there.
scared. She's frantic.
Yeah, she wants to spend the night with you.
Do I let her spend the night?
I'm asking you, what do you say?
What would I do?
Yeah.
I would let her spend the night.
I respect that.
Am I beta male?
That's not beta. See, that's
comment down below.
Comment down below.
Listen, I gotta explain my answer because I answered you right away. I didn't make you wait.
You kept.
So you gotta allow me to state my case. I only been in a serious relationship one time. Right? I like my gym. Let's say that. One time, right? And that one time was ravishing, to say the least. It was awesome, right? And then I left to do man stuff. Then I came back and things changed. I changed. People changed. Everybody changes. And then I moved on, right? So now I got this idea of what I think the shit should be.
How long did it take you to honestly move on?
I'm still moving on.
Talk that shit.
You know?
And can you really move on until you're in another?
I can do whatever I want, man. It's all a matter of manifestation. You know, like if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. You know, I just gotta do it. I don't believe that nothing's stopping me but me. There's no force that's like, wait a minute, no. I walk freely and move through the wind, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm like it doesn't bother me where certain things are happening to the degree that it's gonna stop me from what I'm doing. But does it bother me sometimes? Not even sometimes. It does bother me, but it doesn't stop me. So even if I really thought it was the best thing to do and I should do it, I know I shouldn't do it. So I'm not gonna do it. I know that the lighter on the stove is like could burn my hand and shit, and I'm not gonna touch it. You know what I mean? I know not to touch it.
From years of touching the fucking.
I mean, I didn't keep on doing it. You know what I mean? It touched me one time and I learned my lesson. You feel me? Like that was it.
So what are you talking about? Like women in general?
Not women in general. You talking about this ex situation? Like she got punched in the eye and shit like that. I'm not gonna fucking do certain things, but this is a different situation.
Yeah.
You know, like this. She got punched in the eye. She came to me for help, and if I'm able to help her, I will.
What if she Amber heard you and you came there and like it was like makeup, and she didn't really get punched in the eye. She wasn't even in a relationship.
Then she bugged the fuck out.
She just wanted to.
Because I don't think
spend a night.
I don't think my shorty would do that. I don't think my shorty would do that.
Let's say she.
But if she did do that,
let's say she missed you that much that she.
Now I gotta think about that. So now she coming lying, doing some wild shit. Like it's a whole nother circus to it now. So now that shit like,
but
fuck. I just took you in my crib. This shit makeup.
Let's say all of this shit she told you after the next day, after she smashed or all that. Y'all smashed all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? She was like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
This is a curveball, down the fucking hill.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That
was cat. Like I really had that shit planned out. Like I wasn't a real black guy. I wasn't in a relationship. None of that shit. I just told you that shit because I missed you. Like man, would you be mad at her?
Nigga, that's awesome. I mean. How the fuck can you not entertain a motherfucker that go through all that fucking work, nigga? Like, yo, you do what I like, yo. That fucking role playing shit, motherfucker. Like, yo, you know I'm a nasty motherfucker. Yeah.
That is kind of fire. Bro.
That crazy little shit into a pity fuck.
That's crazy, but that's fire.
That is fire, man. You played in you triggered my trap card. Yeah. Motherfucker, what?
That's crazy.
Nigga, chill.
She went through a lot just to make sure.
Hell yeah, nigga. Come on in.
Like, that's different. Like that's value.
I'll take you back.
Me, like,
I'll take you back.
That's fire.
Let's get married.
That's fire.
You know. But you know, whatever. Like I don't know. I call it that hero shit. You know what I mean? I'll do that shit. Whatever.
I respect that. Child support. How do you feel about it?
Well. Let's talk about it.
Yo, bro, 21 days for real?
Right.
You can't switch up the order? That's wild. That means the episode we made with E ain't coming out till next year. Like, yeah.
Nah, that's coming out
next month. At
next
least
week.
Next month. Nah, no way it's coming out next week.
Sorry.
You got so many videos popping up.
Yo, just
and that was after Me Your Rich. So that has to be bro.
My nigga, I'm just gonna call them shits whatever the fuck they. Like, I don't even know what they. But like
Khalifa did this
we
shit
we edit, we boom. Yeah, I mean, like that's the way it's working, bro. Cause I'm not gonna fuck around, man. I'm gonna keep bringing out his content.
I'm telling you,
like,
people go back to this shit, be like, yo, these niggas was really talking this shit like way before we even knew what the fuck was going on.
Facts. But yeah, man. Budget. Yo, so, a dude, right? A dude gets put on child support for whatever. Right?
For having a kid.
He didn't pay the shit. Go to jail for 5 years.
For thinking he had a kid.
And the kid ain't his. How salty. So let's talk about.
But how did that happen? Like, don't you have to prove? Isn't that like a requirement?
I mean, you're supposed to do a DNA test and all that other shit, but
so
but you still gotta pay that shit. If
you know what happened?
You signed the paper and shit.
He went in that hospital and signed the paper. Thought that stupid was his. It's not stupid. It's naive. It's for sure naive. He might have really loved his chick.
I take that back.
He might have really loved his chick and trusted her.
Cause it happened.
She said, "Surprise, bitch."
That's crazy.
I have other plans for y'all.
Yo, how fucked up is that, yo? You know what I mean? Like, I even got.
There should be a punishment for her.
Yo.
And there's not.
I'm not even gonna say no names, right? Cause that's fucked up. But I'll say a situation, and that person gonna feel some type of way, but she could be happy that I'm not saying no names.
Wait, what? Nah, one of them.
Kind of what we talking about right now, like, feel me? What? And I don't even know how other shorty feel about this. So this like kind of like me letting other shorty know, like, yo,
exclusive.
This some exclusive shit. But this real on our topic. So I'm like, I don't try to fuck with chicks that got kids. Like, don't
You
judge
say
me.
you don't?
I don't try to.
Good.
Don't judge me.
You must like a lot of younger chicks.
Don't judge me. Cause I ain't on no Leonardo DiCaprio shit, but shit, nigga. You know what I mean? I like them firm, you know what I mean, and whatever. But anyway, this chick was bad, you know, bad as fuck, you know what I mean? And I was feeling her, but I really couldn't. I don't want to say too much, but I'm gonna say enough for y'all to get an illustration. So I didn't want to really come at her because we was in an environment, we was in a work environment, so I couldn't really like say much to her, like, feel me? but she opened up, you know,
I think I remember this one.
we chilled outside a little bit, you know what I mean, whatever. And you know, she was just cool as fuck. And one time, she tried to link me with her friend. I'm thinking cause she used to like FaceTime.
This is after?
After she left the job.
Oh.
So after she left the job, that's when I was like, yo, fuck, she don't work here no more.
Yeah,
I'm about to really go in, like, feel me?
Exactly.
So I started like trying to, you know, link with her like mass situations. And it was this one time we met at the diner. We was at the diners with my niggas. My niggas like, who that? I was like, oh, that's my homegirl. Da, da, da. And you know, the niggas is wolves, like, so they be all like, what up, yeah, what up, girl, yo, da 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 da, whatever, trying to. And she like, oh, I'm okay, like, whatever. So she just turned away, started talking to me, and then telling me about her friend. Her friend like looking at me, but I wasn't paying her friend no mind because she was the prize for me. So she got kids, you know what I mean? But she fire, bro, from another country, English her second language, bro. Like, she dope. When I tell you she dope, she dope. She don't look like she had no kids, nigga. And always look even better and better every time you see her, bro. She got veneers in her mouth, got her teeth fixed, like all that. Like, this chick, she take care of herself, like, work. And always going out of country, you know, like, she's fire, bro. Like, woo. Oh man. But this is how I feel like I fucked up, right? So her friend come to do my hair, you know what I mean? Cause she said, oh, she don't know how to do no hair, but her friend do. And I guess she was trying to hook us up, cause she didn't know I really liked her. And she was like, oh, she was telling her like, oh, I wouldn't do this, that, whatever. So her friend like low-key seduced me, like, you know what I mean?
Shit.
And then told her everything, you know what I mean? And fucked up all my chances. Like, I ain't talked to the girl since, you know what I mean? But the other girl, like, she put me through some shit. Like, chick was like pretending she was pregnant. I mean, not pretending, I'm sorry. She was pregnant, and tell me, and I didn't know. You know what I mean? And then
Wait,
try to
the
act.
chick that she was trying to get, or
No. The chick that seduced me.
Yo, okay, gotcha.
She was pregnant, and they say nothing, right? And we was smashed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to play it off, like, and I'm like, yo, like, I catch her on the video shit, and I'm like, yo, like, your joints getting firmer or something? You notice some changes in your body or something like that? And she's like, yeah, she's like, yo, my cousin right here when I was doing that shit, yo, like, and she was like, well, are you saying I'm pregnant? I'm like, yeah, yo, like, are you, like, what the fuck, like? And she was like, she started crying and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? She was like, it's either you or this other nigga.
Wow.
And I'm like, what you mean it's either me, nigga? Like, I ain't in the window of conception, nigga. I watch perjury court, nigga. You crazy? They ain't fucking with the right one, nigga.
Crazy.
Like, yo, this chick was like crying and shit. I was like, yo, she was like, I'm sorry, like, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was like, what you was gonna find? When you pregnant, you gonna, like, you know I smashed, you gonna just come out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant too, by the way. Like, nigga.
She was trying to put that back.
She was trying to put me in her, you know what I mean? So I was like, wow, like, chicks really do this, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro. And the whole time, her friend, like, probably hate me and shit. She telling her friend whatever about me. And I don't even talk to her like that, you know what I mean? And that's how I met Joint, you know what I mean? And she, like, was a setup from the jump. Like, it was crazy on some the Maury shit when they got the chick in the backstage, the decoy, bro. I got decoyed, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Decoyed into some pussy. But it happens, my nigga, you know what I mean? But, yo, that's what I be saying. Like, yo, that whole nigga taking care of somebody else's kid, nigga, you gotta be on your shit, bro. You can't slip, nigga. 5 years in prison, nigga, go get that DNA test at that. Nigga, don't stop. Go get it. I don't know what's wrong with niggas, yo. And go get tested. I don't know what's wrong with niggas. Like, go to the fucking shit, my nigga. Go get your shit at least twice a year. If you out here smashing these joints, I'm telling you, if you ain't getting none, you know what I mean? I don't know. See it.
You better get right. You know that
Whatever.
CB diet.
But still, like, you know what I mean? Be
healthy.
Be in that shit.
You're gonna be nasty, be healthy, man.
Right.
Fact. As long as your pH is right, you'll be alright.
Yo, what you think about that shit? Like, why the fuck he ain't the movie ain't come out? Like, what you think about that shit?
It's obvious. Like, they aren't trying to have that out there. Like, there's medicine for thousands of dollars for that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to do some shit that is damn near free if you get the right herbs and shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's all mucus, bro. It's all mucus in those areas, which disrupts the flow of the body, and it over time it becomes cancerous and it kills you.
Yo, how old was he
When he died?
Yeah.
Like 70 something.
Word? Oh, man. I thought he was like 80 something.
He might have been older, but I know fucking he died when
He died in jail, didn't he?
yeah.
I don't believe nothing.
Cause
If he died in jail, it could be whatever they want us to believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were in control of, you know what I mean, what he ate, and that's what killed him.
That's crazy, bro.
They basically poisoned that nigga.
Why? Like, yo, like when we. That's why I say, yo, we gotta like not be secretive about our shit, but cause you can't be too secret because niggas gotta know.
Like,
but yeah, like the social media shit, like that's how they trap us. Like, you know, we gotta come up with some system of communication for us that we could start this shit through, like some social community or app or some whatever the fuck, like some type of shit like that. That's on some shit, like. Yo, cause yo, Neely Fuller, this dude always got a little shit, but he had this one little segment where he was talking about how they're trying to emasculate the black man in many different ways. They're making the black female more dominant. Ooh, that's probably I'm gonna have to edit that. They're making our culture woman more
you can't say black.
Can't say female, yeah.
Why can't you say female? Isn't that a scientific term, female?
Yeah, but it's this whole shit, like it's this whole shit, like she's a woman. Like it's this whole shit in the fucking in fucking terminology now.
So
where
I feel like
it's sensitive to certain social platforms.
That goes against the feminist then, because the femme is female. So you can't be a feminist without being female.
I mean, so
if you can't say female,
I know
you're disrespecting the feminist.
Nah, you right. You right, like what you saying, man. But you know,
shit crazy, bro.
It's wild because the whole shit, like everything, like it's just people just so fucking sensitive.
Just know this: as smart as the shit that you might hear up here, you're always gonna hear some ignorance. Why? Because it's intended to distract the fact that we're saying some real shit in this motherfucker. But you have to fucking find the gems for yourself, because they will cancel us too, nigga.
Facts.
And we got family and loved ones that we need to protect, so we can't just be up here wilding too much.
Facts.
So,
cause I know niggas want that real shit, and I try to give niggas that real shit, but I know how sensitive this shit is. But it's because of, I gotta tap in on that. It's because of the way that society has become. This is when I'm gonna go deep.
But what if you had a kid with a shorty, right? Like, let's say you wasn't even with the shorty, but you smashed. You just smashed and it was your kid, right? And she didn't want the kid to live with her.
She wanted the kid to be with me?
Yeah.
Okay, ooh, I like this, okay.
But she was like found out later, like she was on drugs and shit. She was fucked up. Like, you see what I'm saying? Would you put her on child support, or would you be like, nah? I'm not
Don't even ask a man to put, would he put a chick on child
just
support?
ask you.
If I gotta take the kid,
If you had a choice,
that's my responsibility.
that's your responsibility.
I'm not putting nobody on fucking child support. What the fuck I look like?
Even if she gave you the shit. Like,
No, don't give me shit. Just give me my kid.
that's solid.
You know, like fuck that shit. Fuck that child support shit. I'm a grown ass man. Crazy as fuck. Not you. You're not crazy as fuck. I'm saying that's crazy
Nigga,
as
I don't
fuck.
got that. Nigga,
Crazy as fuck.
if I could get that, nigga, if I could get that.
No, I'm saying as a man, it's our job.
That's a little bit different.
It's our job. It's our job to take responsibility.
Yeah,
Like that's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna run away from that.
I'm not gonna knock a person that's trying to take care of their responsibilities too. And
You know what? I would
if
a
nigga
nigga putting a chick on child support. I put this on record. Personally, this is how I feel. If a nigga putting a chick on child support, he a lame ass, in my opinion. But niggas may feel otherwise, and that's fine.
Yo,